Graham Stephan now makes $2 million per year on YouTube with 2 million subscribers. In this video, I go over his journey from making $500 per month to making over $150,000 monthly as a YouTuber, and I will be revealing the exact amounts he made per year by showing his actual analytics. If you're new to this channel, in this series I dive deep into YouTuber channels and pinpoint the moments and factors that led to their success. With positive reviews from Mr. Beast, Yes Theory, and James Jani, I'm always looking to make my videos even better for you guys, so if you enjoy data-driven content, subscribe to be notified for my next videos. For Graham Stephan, I'm going to cover his whole entrepreneurship journey since I think a lot can be learned from his experience. But if you're curious about just the YouTube side of his success, you can skip to that section that I separated in the timeline below.
I always believed that I would be a millionaire, and I think originally my goal was to try to hit that by 30. Ended up surpassing that by a decent amount.
So how did Graham grow his fortune? To understand that, we need to go back to 2005 when he was around 14 years old. He was into reef aquariums and ended up getting a job at this aquarium marina wholesaler that would import and export exotic fish and coral. He would make pictures and Photoshop them and receive $1 per photo, and by doing 20 to 35 photos per hour, he was making about $100 per day. Not bad for a 15-year-old. Now at that point, he was disliking school and all he cared about was making money doing the photos, which would sometimes lead him to ditch school once or twice per week. At 16 years old, the aquarium business was sold and shut down, and Graham didn't know what to do with his life. It's also around that time that both his parents declared bankruptcy, so I want to make it clear that all his success has nothing to do with him getting money from his family. This actually also explains why he has more of a saving mentality than a spending mentality. He had failed a few classes and was playing in a band on the side. He did like to make money though, so he chose to go into investment banking. However, because he had grades averaging C and D, he didn't get into the one and only college he applied to. With nothing going on, he still had to find a job, so he got a data entry job in this investment firm focused on precious metals. There's actually an interesting story behind how he got this job, so if you're someone looking for a job, I highly recommend to watch this video. So it was a classic 9-to-5 office job, and he hated it, so he quit that job to get a real estate license online before going back to school. At this point, he had $5,000 in the bank, which he had saved from working part-time jobs. While doing the real estate license, he was just about to turn 18 and would go to open houses and network with real estate agents. Remember, this was 2018, so most were discouraging him to pursue this career. However, one agent in particular was very encouraging and told him if he was interested in learning about the business, Graham could join him and they would split 50-50. 2 days later, he went to work for him. So while starting off in the real estate world, he found a niche that a lot of agents didn't care about: lease listings. Those make around $500 for agents, but most don't care about such little amounts. But for an 18-year-old Graham, that was a ton of money. So a lot of lease agents had horrible photos of their listings, so he went to those agents and offered them to do great pictures, and in exchange the agent would allow him to post on Craigslist. Everyone is happy since Graham gets exposure online and the agent gets free photos. He did that during 9 months and made $35,000. During that period, he would host an open house every Sunday with not much results. Yet he persevered until the 10th month when he hit it off with a couple. They ended up buying a $3.6 million house in Beverly Hills. That commission was more money than he ever saw in his life. He ended up buying his dream car, the 2006 Chrome Orange Lotus Elise. That first sell gave him a boost of confidence, which led him to selling a $2 million house and a $1.2 million house in Beverly Hills. All of that at 19 years old.
I remember having that commission and depositing that in the bank account and realizing you know what, I can never go to college after this. Why would I go and waste time in school when I just made this huge commission?
Then at 21 years old, he was able to save $200,000. That's an incredible feat at just 21 years old. It was time for him to buy properties. We are now in 2011, 3 years after the recession, so house prices were quite undervalued. He found houses that used to be worth $250,000 that were now $60,000 to $70,000. He bought 3 of those all in cash deals, and the rental income per month was about $3,000, which paid for all his living expenses. Then the years went by and he kept saving money, investing in the market, renovating duplexes, and selling more and more houses. Now, how was he able to sell so many houses when he was so young? This is why networking is so important in your career. Remember those leases he used to do for $500? Well, it ends up that 1 in 6 of them liked him so much that they went back to him to buy their first houses worth millions. All those investments combined made him a millionaire at just 26 years old. Just for reference, the average age of a millionaire is 62 years old. Now that first $1 million does not even come close to the fortune he will be making in the following years because of YouTube. He always enjoyed watching videos on YouTube and thought it would be a good idea to show what he's doing as a real estate agent. So on January 26, 2017, he uploaded his first video where he records himself with a phone talking about how to be a successful real estate agent.
What's up YouTube, it's Graham here. I'm gonna make a video today of the easiest tips that you can do to be successful in real estate. We're gonna start with this. Do you know what this is? This is called a light switch. It turns lights on and it turns lights off.
That video would end up bringing his subscriber count from 600 to 30,000 in just 1 month and a half. In the first month, he gained 1,000 subscribers and made a grand total of $3.33. The next month, he made $24.98, and in March 2017 is when he realized he could actually make some serious money off of YouTube. His video on how I became a millionaire by age 26 took off that month, and he made $1,442.73. Nothing like the amount he's making now, but any first-time YouTuber will tell you that $1,000 per month is quite a lot of money, especially when you just start off. In November 2017, we have a glimpse of the real estate money he makes. He was making $6,470 per month from his 5 rental properties, stocks, and interest income. Now just from that passive income, anyone could live a comfortable life without ever having to work again, but not for Graham Stephan. He was just getting started. His income on YouTube was growing up rapidly. Between mid-October and mid-November 2017, he made $3,500 off of YouTube ads. Not a bad way to finish his first year on YouTube. Then came 2018, when his channel started to pick up. In January 2018, 1 year after starting YouTube, he reached 100,000 subscribers. In the month of April 2018, he made $7,000 from ad revenues, $6,300 from his Real Estate Agent Academy course, $60 from Amazon affiliates, and $400 from coaching for a grand total of $13,800, all from YouTube and its derivatives. And he was able to keep the momentum going and have high ad revenue incomes. He made nearly $16,000 in both July and August 2018. Now what is the meaning for CPM that you see on the screen? Well, simply put, CPM means cost per mile, or cost per 1,000 views that your video receives. The reason videos have different costs per 1,000 views is because advertisers have different rates for different topics. Generally speaking, topics like finance, real estate, insurance, or cars will have higher CPM, sometimes 20 times more than a prank or a gaming channel. The reason for that is the audience looking to buy a car or real estate will be older and have more money than a younger audience looking at a prank channel. For example, on October 30, 2018, he made $488.29 from 22,285 views for a CPM of $21.91. A prank channel with say $1 CPM would have needed 488,000 views to get the same amount of ad revenue. By November 2018, he had amassed 200,000 subscribers in almost 2 years. Now up until that point, he was gaining around 100 to 500 subscribers per day and making about $300 to $500 per day. Little did he know, he would then upload a video that would bring his channel's growth to another level and lead him to making 10 times more money per day. He uploaded the unboxing of the $10 million invite-only credit card, which became his first video to reach over 1 million views.
Guys, holy shit, I can't believe this just came. I have been waiting such a long time for this. It's, well, like 2 days for it to be on UPS. But anyway, I've been tracking it for the last few days. It just came.
Because of that video, he ended up generating $26,000 for that month, and ever since that upload, he tripled his daily subscribers gains to 1,500 average daily subscribers. The unboxing video alone received 1.2 million views and generated $7,293 in 1 month, resulting in a $5.87 CPM. As we can see here, the CPM is 3 to 4 times lower than the other videos we previously mentioned. And that's because in this case here, he's talking about credit card, whereas in the other videos, he's talking about investing and real estate. There's also the fact that this has way more viewers, which leads to a more broader audience. Now, how did he make $26,000 when that video only made around $7,000? He ended up making a lot more money with people watching the next recommended videos after the unboxing video. For example, the video on how he built 6 income sources was the next recommended video, and that made $4,465 in 1 month with 268,000 views, resulting in a CPM of $16.61. Seems like talking about money will result in more money per view. So for all of 2018, he made a total of $250,000 just from his videos on YouTube. That's the amount he earned for just his second year on YouTube with 312,000 subscribers. Then comes his third year on YouTube, where he doubles his daily subscribers gain from 1,000 per day to 2,000 subscribers per day, resulting in $1,000 to $2,000 per day in income from YouTube.
My ad revenue and views skyrocketed by a lot. And it was relatively stable here, up and down. I mean, really between, let's call it $1,000 and almost $2,000 a day.
How did he manage that? Well, we're now in March 2019, and Graham has a total of 400,000 subscribers. On March 27, 2019, he released this video, Meet the 250 Million Man, where he meets with Ben Mala, the owner of a $250 million real estate empire. The next day, he launches his second channel on March 28, 2019, The Graham Stephan Show. This is the channel where he posts videos of random topics and is less focused on beating the algorithm. And 1 week later, he uploads his video about how he is paying $78 per month for the Tesla he bought. He actually ended up making over $31,000 from that single video in the following 2 months, which basically paid off in full his Tesla car. These successful events, one after the other, jump-started the snowball effect of his growth both financially and on YouTube. On April 2019 alone, he made $104,000 just from YouTube ads, and at that point, he had 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. Remember, just 2 years prior, he was making $3,000 per month. If we compile his advertising income since he started YouTube, in those 2 years and 4 months, he earned a total of $414,208.34. He continued having 6-figure monthly revenues, with May gaining $103,000. And in July 2019, he details his 7 income sources that totals $163,800. To put this in perspective, to be among the top 1% of US earners, a family needs a monthly income of $35,160. He was making 4 times that amount. In the end, for all of 2019, he gained almost exactly 1 million subscribers for a total of 1.3 million. And his total income just from YouTube was $1,904,273.73. He breaks it down like so. His 2019 YouTube ad revenue was $1.1 million for a total of 75 million views. That brings an average CPM of $15.26 for the whole year. The Graham Stephan Show in 2019 brought in a decent $170,000 for 15.5 million views, making the CPM at $11. His program brought in $500,000 in passive income, sponsors were worth a total of $50,000, and his affiliate marketing made a decent $40,000. Not bad for just putting the link in the video description. So yep, $1.9 million just from YouTube. Let that sink in for a moment. Now what does 2020 look like? Well, we see more of Graham in several media segments like Business Insider, CNBC Make It, and Jubilee. By getting more mainstream exposure, big influencers like PewDiePie, Pokimane, and Kevin O'Leary are reacting to videos featuring Graham Stephan, bringing even more eyeballs to his channel.
Had millions of dollars, and
Does
so
he
for me, I do
like
remember
properties
being
or something?
like 15, 16 years old, having 20 bucks and working part-time after school and like saving away all that money, and then I used that money to get my real estate license.
It's also during this time that there's a lot of economic unrest caused by the worldwide pandemic. Graham Stephan is well positioned to educate people about personal finance, where it's becoming more and more important than ever to take care of your savings. With more exposure and a well-positioned channel during financial uncertainties, we see him this year go from daily subscribers of around 3,000 per day to 6,000 per day and reach 2 million subscribers in June 2020. His monthly YouTube ads income keep growing as well. In February alone, he made $141,000 just from ads. We see him diversify his income sources with his new podcast, The Iced Coffee Hour with Graham Stephan, where he talks about finance in general and has invitees. I think it's fair to say that he'll make at least $2 million this year off of YouTube ads alone. It's an incredible feat to achieve that at just 30 years old, and he's only at his 4th year on YouTube. We might very well see him one day make $10 million per year on YouTube. With his dedication and consistency, who knows? Well, I hope this video inspired you guys and proved that it is indeed possible to go from barely any money to millions of dollars per year. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, I only ask one thing: to write the word avocado in the comment. It's a way for me to know if there's anyone who made it this far. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace!